Hello, my darlings. Welcome back. I am, for those of you who do not know me, Shaunna Rodriguez. I am the best-selling author of the Sweet Seduction series, which you can find on Amazon before you jump to conclusions. Sweet Seduction is not an erotica. It is a cozy mystery, romance, drama, murder. It's got recipes in it, baking, cats. I hear cozy mystery cats are big right now. Mine happens to have cats in it as well. Gotta give the readers what they love, right? And who doesn't love cats? Some people. Thank you for joining us for the second installment, which covers Cupcakes and Confessions, which is live on Amazon. It is 99 cents. It is a bestseller. I said second, it is. The first one covers book one in the series, Baker's Bun Cakes and Bodies. Again, a bestseller on Amazon, which is currently free. So if you don't have your copy yet, make sure you've grabbed it. Cupcakes and Confessions is the second book. It is 99 cents. I hope you feel free to rush right out and grab that. I price my books the way that I like to buy. I'm more apt to buy a 99-cent book than I am a $2.99 book. So these are actually novels, but they're quick reads, I guess. I hear people just can't put it down, which is flattering for me. Thank you very much. So it's written by yours truly. I hope so, because I own the copyrights to it. The cover's done by Daiquiri Combs of Covers by Combs. The blurb was written by Kelly Smith. Kelly's Collectibles, editing done by Tony Michelle of Polished Pages. So let's jump right in and find out what's going on with Tara Parks, her best friend, Detective Corey Wallace, and the rest of the gang. Bells ringing and birds singing is the farthest thing from this crazy cupcake summer. Austin Wallace has had his eye on the scrumdilumptious Gwen Parks for quite some time, and the moment of truth has finally arrived. Way to go! After concocting a romantic proposal that includes a dozen tasty cupcakes and one heirloom ring, things get a little bit sticky when the ex comes sailing back into town. Meanwhile, the other Park sister, Tara, is doing a little mixology of her own. Tempers flare and wedding cake flies when Grandpa brings his much younger tart of a wife to the tasting. In the midst of buttercream roses and vanilla cappuccino lattes, Grandma Evelyn dies unexpectedly, bringing the body count to 1. While the Depoe Bay Police Department investigates the sudden death, Captain Bridges is celebrating his birthday with 400 cream-filled cupcakes and a little thing called murder. Everything is upside-down pineapple cake insane. But who's poisoning who? Will the detectives uncover the source of this murderous elixir, or will the wedding party be a party of one? Let's find out, shall we? Again, the book is Cupcakes and Confessions, just in case you missed it to begin with. And now let's get this party started. The concert hall was decorated rather elaborately, strung with silver lights, giving an enchanted feel when Corey and Tara walked inside hand in hand. Several heads turned when they appeared at the top of the stairs and made their way down the creamy white marble steps and into the crowd that represented this black tie affair. Corey and my darling Tara, you do look stunning this evening. Captain Bridges leaned in and kissed her cheek, then shook Corey's hand. He stared at him quietly, as if exchanging words via telepathy. Might I have a moment, sir? Corey asked. Always. Bridges nodded to Tara, then led Corey to the side. All of a sudden, everyone jumped at the sound of a woman's scream. What the hell was that? Corey gasped out, then grabbed Tara and shoved her behind him. He looked around, then watched as detectives and officers went running past, talking into their wrists and earpieces. We gotta go. Stay behind me. I don't know what's happened, he told her and pulled her behind him as he ran. Corey! Corey! Detective Wallace! Stephen yelled behind him. They spun around and were almost trampled by a mob of frantic people. "What the hell is going on?" Corey yelled as people ran past him. He kept a death grip on Tara, then picked her up altogether and ran into oncoming foot traffic towards Stephen. "Bodies, Wallace. Bodies are dropping," Stephen told him. Corey put Tara into Todd's arms. "Do not lose my wife. You stand there and you hold her until I come back and I get you," Corey yelled at Todd over the screaming and the yelling and people running past them. "Lock it down! Lock it down now! No one leaves!" Corey was yelling. "Stop! Everyone stop screaming! Stop running!" Stephen held his arms out. And then they corralled an oncoming flood. Women were crying. Men were close to tears, as clear hysteria had taken over. "Everyone just calm down," Corey told them as the screaming began to dwindle down. "Where are Bonnie and Julia?" Tara asked Todd. He shook his head at her. "I don't know. Bonnie said she was going to the restroom and Julia went with her. That was 20 minutes ago and I haven't seen or heard from either of them since," he told her. Corey was getting everyone pointed back towards the main hall, where dinner was supposed to be served soon, then glanced up and frowned. She held her arms out to him. He held a hand up to her to wait. She bit her lip, then looked at Todd's worried face. "What happened?" she asked him. He leaned forward and whispered, "2 of those bodies belonged to important people. All I know is they were eating cupcakes, and then cake one minute, and then collapsed into a heap the next," he told her. She put her hands on her mouth and broke his hold, then ran into oncoming traffic and right between Corey and Stephen. "Tara! Tara!" Corey yelled and caught up with her. "Corey!" she screamed as tears streamed down her face. "Are you hurt?" he yelled at her panicked. She sobbed and leaned forward, then told him what Todd had told her. "Hold that line!" Corey yelled at Todd and Stephen, then grabbed her hand and ran for the hall. It was in poor taste, but as Tara stood at Corey's side while he knelt over Captain Bridges and Chief Gordon's bodies, all she could keep hearing in her head was the song "Bodies" by Drowning Pool. You know that song? "Let the bodies hit the floor." She laid a shaky hand on her head as she stared at the half-eaten cupcakes in both men's hands. There were at least 5 other random bodies in the dining hall. 3 were sitting at the table and were slumped over into empty silver platters, and 2 were across the room. 2 women in sequins gowns still clutched their champagne glasses, which now trickled to the floor by their poofy heads of gray hair. She touched Corey's shoulder, then made her way over to the women. "Tara, do not touch anything, baby," Corey called out to her in a voice that indicated he was crying or had been recently. "I promise," she told him over her shoulder as she knelt. She looked around, then hurried back over to Charlie, who was standing nearby talking to Austin. She took the pen he was clutching, then ran back over to the 2 women, getting the attention of everyone in there. She used the pen to turn the more voluptuous and curvy woman's hand away from her body slightly. They had all eaten roughly the same amount from the cupcakes. Tara stood up and crossed her arms over her chest just like Corey and Austin did when they were thinking, which got several chuckles. She squatted down again and was careful not to touch a thing as she examined the cupcake in her hand, then stepped sideways, carefully holding onto the edge of her dress to keep from dragging it as she looked at the other cupcake. Her eyes widened in horror as she spun around and ran right into Corey and almost fell down. He caught her, steadied her, then stared at her with tear-filled eyes. She ran past him and back to the other bodies. She used the pen to touch each of their hands and looked at the cupcakes. "Oh no! Oh no!" she whispered and started to hyperventilate. "Austin, where is Gwen? Where is Gwen, Austin? Did you bring those cupcakes? Did you get the cupcakes?" "What cupcakes, Tara?" Austin asked her. "The cupcakes I left on the table at the bakery. Did you bring them?" she asked him. "No, I thought you brought them." "Oh no, oh no. Corey, they ate Austin's cupcakes. I can smell the bubblegum icing. He asked for pink bubblegum icing. That's how I made the roses, Corey. I made special cupcakes for Austin. He wanted a dozen pink cupcakes that look like roses to give to Gwen when he proposed tonight. I left them at the bakery on the second prep table with Austin's name written on the note. It was on the back of a pink and black Sweet Seductions card. We have to find those cupcakes. There's 7 bodies here. That leaves 5 unaccounted for, and one has... She stopped talking. Yes? Corey asked her as everyone moved in. The ring, she whispered. I hope that you have enjoyed this brief excerpt from Cupcakes and Confessions. You can find it on Amazon. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you loved the book. It's 99 cents. Book 3 is Soufflés, Sailing and Strangulation. I actually got it right on the first try this time. Be sure to pick up your copy. It is 99 cents. Book 4 will be releasing soon. That one is Rum Cakes, Reporters, and Revenge. Maybe in Book 3, I will get Book 4's title right. We're going to hold out hope. Fingers crossed. The series is 99 cents currently. Don't forget to grab Book 1, Baker's Fun Cakes and Bodies. It starts the series out. It is still free. It will be going up to 99 cents soon, so make sure that you have your copy in your Kindle. Also, again, if you are interested in paperbacks, they are exclusive through me. They are discounted currently from their normal $25 price. Make sure to shoot me an email, unveilbooks, UNVEIL, books, BOOKS, @gmail.com. And again, thank you so much for hopping in and seeing me and listening to me read. And I will catch you, or perhaps you're going to catch me. Either way, we'll catch one another on the flip side for the reading of Soufflés, Sailing, and Strangulation. I will see you then. Much love. Support your authors. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.